Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about BookTube Burnout. Now I don't know whether this is a real thing, but it's certainly something that just popped into my head 10 minutes ago in this sort of sense of the word. So basically, I've been trying to decide what video I should film all day. I've been in a really, I want to film a chatty video kind of mood. So I thought, what is it I actually want to say? And it's a mixture of stuff, and I think it all comes down to the fact that I feel exhausted right now. I feel absolutely exhausted. I obviously work full time. I feel like I've just done so many readathons recently off the back of one after another, and I'm just like, oh, I don't have any time to myself. Reading somehow become a chore. Even filming my BookTube videos almost felt like a chore. And I hit a point last week where I was like, I don't want to film my wrap-up. No, I'm not going to film a wrap-up. And then it turned into, I don't want to read this book. I'm not going to read. I'm just going to leave it. Or I'd read like for 10 minutes then be like, no, I'm falling asleep, put it down. Just didn't have the attention span. And then it turned into, I don't really want to watch this person's BookTube video. No. And so I've decided I am totally burnt out on BookTube. Now obviously I'm feeling a bit better today, otherwise I wouldn't even be filming this video. I'm not going to apologise for not uploading my wrap-up last Friday. I mean, after all, I watched a video the other day that said that we are doing this as hobbies. Why should we apologise? We work full time. I certainly work a lot of hours. Why should I apologise because I didn't do something that is my hobby? Oh well, never mind. So yeah, I'll film videos when I can film videos, and when I can't, then I won't. Most weeks there'll be a video on a Wednesday and a Friday, some weeks there won't. Oh well, never mind. So I just wanted this just to be a sort of chat video really. I'll have a little gossip here for the next few minutes about everything, and then you can all respond to me in the comments and we can have a good jolly old chat with our hot drinks, which is still far too hot to drink. So the first point I'd like to address, I suppose, is the fact that I didn't feel like making videos was the first thing that happened. I've only been a member of BookTube for a couple of months, and most of the time I've always been really keen to film videos. I've always felt really up for it. So last Friday when I didn't want to film a video, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel like this. Does this mean I shouldn't even be doing BookTube? Should I feel guilty for the fact that if I do sit down and film a video so that it's up when I said it would be up, are people going to enjoy a video where it might come across that I don't even want to be doing it? Has that ever happened to you? I'm sure that's happened to you. Let me know if that's happened to you. And it was just, I wasn't even doing anything. I had a day where I just, to be honest, watched documentaries about Jack the Ripper. That is where my day went. Jack the Ripper. I love Jack the Ripper, by the way. If you've done one of the Ripper walks in London, do one if you haven't done one. They're amazing. But that's beside the point. I really just wanted to just lounge in front of the TV, and so I did. I came to the point where I was like, I really need to film a video, but I really don't want to film a video. And so I didn't. And I feel like we need to accept more that for the majority of us, BookTube is a hobby. If we don't want to do it that day, we shouldn't have to. It's not like any of you are going to die if you don't find out what I did and didn't enjoy from my wrap-up. As I've mentioned, I am changing how I'm going to be doing videos, so I want to do a wrap-up weekly, ideally on Fridays, and every Friday that I feel like it, I will be recording a Friday wrap-up of my reading for that week. And I'm really excited for this change actually. It'll take a lot of pressure off me. I won't have to try and cram so many books into a monthly wrap-up. I won't have to try and remember everything that I wanted to say about a book, potentially 3-4 weeks after reading it. It'll all be really fresh in my head, and I'll be really happy to talk about these books and to share them with you all. So I'm really happy for that, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't do it last Friday, but as I said, I don't think that video would have been any good. I also always upload every video that I've filmed. Some of them might not be as good a quality as half the videos that are out there, but at the end of the day, I'd feel like I've wasted my time if I don't upload what I've recorded. Obviously I edit. I might not edit very well, I'm still practicing on that, but obviously I edit. And I just feel like I don't understand the people that might sit and record videos and then never upload them. Why would you do that? Why? So yeah, then I came to do some reading because I thought, well, I've lounged around watching documentaries all day. I should do some reading. Love a good Friday evening read. And I just couldn't get motivated. I think all those readathons put me in a little bit of a reading slump, to be honest. And it's made me doubt whether I'm even going to take part in readathons in the future. As I said, I've watched a few interesting videos over the last couple of days, and I saw someone, if I remember who it was, I'll link the video down below because it was really interesting, talk about what they learned from their first ever readathon doing BookTubeathon. And they came to the conclusion that it also put them in quite a slump afterwards. I'm thinking, why did we even put all that pressure on ourselves? Why did I do that to myself? Why did I make life harder than it needed to be? I felt guilty for doing so much reading, so then the week afterwards I was like, I must catch up on housework. I just feel like maybe I won't take part in readathons anymore. Maybe it's better to have an average reading week every week and get a fair amount of reading done than to ram all these many hours into reading in one week and then the next week barely do any reading. Surely it just all cancels out and I should just keep it at a nice reading average. I don't know. And then I was watching people's BookTube videos and I was like, they're just all the same thing. Everything's the same thing. I don't want to watch another book haul, although I usually really enjoy watching book hauls. I don't want to watch this, I don't want to watch that. And I actually just disappeared off BookTube for a couple of days actually. I just avoided the whole community, I avoided books, I avoided everything. Well, see, that's not actually strictly, completely true. One thing I don't avoid is shopping for books, or indeed requesting on NetGalley either. So I think another reason why I was in a bit of a reading slump is because I suddenly thought, whoa, now wait a minute, I have got all these books and when the heck am I going to get to read them all? Unless I sit and read all the time, it's going to take me ages to get through these books. So then I got even more into a slump because I was like, I can't read all the books I want to read in any sort of amount of reasonable time and I keep just adding more and I don't know what to do. And might sound all a bit melodramatic really, but I was just like getting so stressed out. The other week I got 10 NetGalley books approved in 12 hours. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I just feel like I'm putting all this pressure on myself to read. And what should just be a hobby just keeps turning into more and more of a chore. And I don't want that. So I need to try and take some steps to not actually be in some sort of stressful chore of reading. So that's where I'm at now. So today is my first day off since last Friday. As I said, my days off are Wednesdays and Fridays most of the time. So today, I've barely done any reading again. I've been reading the same book for nearly a week now, I think, which is just not good at all if we go by all my talking this far about how I've got all these books I need to read for NetGalley. But you know what? I'm feeling a bit better about it today. And I can't explain totally why, but I'm just really excited to think that, okay, I will have free time at some point, and at some point I will feel like reading again, and then I can just average my reading back out to how it used to be, and I can just chillax, and I can read my 2 or 3 books a week, and that'll be okay, and that'll be a good amount, and I'll work through the books and I'll get there. Because not only have I not been reading, I've also not been listening to my audiobook. I obviously am not enjoying my current audiobook enough, otherwise I'd have got through that by now. I've been listening to it for at least 2 weeks, possibly longer. I usually get through an audiobook a week, so it's like, why am I still listening to this short audiobook? Well, it's not that short, it's about 9 hours, but compared to some that short, Like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Why aren't I reading? Or rather, why aren't I reading enough? And I feel like when you're on BookTube, you feel this great big massive pressure to read all the books. And if you've got this BookTube channel, you need to know about every single book that everyone ever mentions. Oh yes, I've read that. Oh yes, I've read that. Oh yes, I know about that. And it's just silly. And I'm going to take all the pressure off myself, and I'm just going to try and go back to basics and just enjoy reading again. Enjoy it. Don't be constantly stressing at how many hours are left on the Kindle book, so that I know approximately what time I can finish it, so I can work out how many books I can read over the next however long. I need to enjoy the story rather than focus on finishing the book. And I'm sure a lot of us are guilty of that. Do you often think, oh, how many more pages, work out how many pages you read an hour to work out how much longer it's going to take you to read the book if you don't have a Kindle? It's just, I really feel like it's quite sad. I need to focus on reading for enjoyment, not reading for the sake of reading. Which brings me on to the next subject of reading challenges. I'm doing quite a few reading challenges this year. I'm trying to read 100 books, and I've got these all other little goals that are all mentioned on my blog, which is linked down below if you want to check it out. Shameless plug. And I've got all these challenges that I want to do, and I've just lost motivation with even keeping track of which ones I've done and which ones I haven't, and it's so sad. I just want my enjoyment to come back. I've been only on BookTube for a few months, but I've been reading and reviewing books for a couple of years now. I've had my blog for a good couple of years. I've been a bookworm since I was a child, and it just feels like I need to get that enjoyment back. I think I'm going to cut this video off here because I'm really waffling on. Is my coffee drinkable yet? My coffee's starting to reach a really drinkable temperature. Do you like my mug? From Cadbury World, isn't it cute? So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below and just have a little chat with me down below about this, or indeed anything else book related. I just want to try and get back in the community again after just shutting myself off for that couple of days. Hopefully I will have my video up on Friday with my wrap up. If not, no big deal. I'll see you next week otherwise. Bye bye.